Well, Naledi, there's a hive of activity outside here, and as I'm speaking to you right now, members of the ANC Youth League are actually marching past us. They've been doing this this past hour, and of course they've vowed to protect Luthuli House, and also saying that the march by the DA coming here to the ANC's headquarters is misdirected. They should actually take their fights to the Eskom headquarters, which are in Sunninghill at Mega Park. But it's quite interesting to note, Naledi, that they're not only just members of the ANC Youth League, there are various formations, in various groupings, some sports stars that have come, in support of the ANC Youth League, but also some other energy experts have also come here to Luthuli House, saying that they have, energy solutions, and they're willing, to engage not only these political parties, but our various ministers. I'm now joined by Juan, Cassidy, who is from Hy-drome Renewable Energy Group. Juan, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. You've also come out in support here of the ANC Youth League, but you've also said that you have alternatives or solutions to the energy crisis.
That is correct. We are not here just to support any political parties. We're here to support the people of South Africa. We believe we have a national solution to this energy crisis, but we've been restrained by members inside the presidency to get this information to the president. The solution, we believe, is South Africa's solution for energy is a large-scale Hy-drome energy power stations next to the ocean. They can generate energy from the ocean, and after energy generation, the water gets released back into the ocean without contamination. So if we can build power stations next to the ocean on the coastline of South Africa, we can supply this whole country with renewable energy from the sea, without any fossil fuels, without any gas, without nuclear, solar or wind. So we have been restrained to give this solution to the nation. We are here to bring R1 per 1 kilowatt hour for the entire nation, and we as a renewable energy company have been restrained to give this to the people of South Africa. That is why we are here today.
Mr. Cassidy, has the solution been tested perhaps?
The solution has been tested. Plant simulators have been running for 7 years. Our presentations are within the presidency with confidential documents, as well as with the Minister of Minerals, Resources, Energy Minister Kwazi Manzi, who actually told us that he can't give the nation R1 per 1 kilowatt hour because fossil fuels is too much money for him. Now that is what was told to us in a private meeting that we held to bring a solution forward for South Africa, for the nation. And it is unfortunate that we are sitting in a position where protocols, policies and politics restrain South Africa from getting the solution that they need. We are all here to stop the energy crisis. We're all here to stop load shedding. All of us are sitting in the darkness every single night when we know as citizens of South Africa that there is a solution out there. At the end of the day, we get blocked, we get restrained, and we are tired of getting restrained if we're sitting with a solution that can solve the entire nation's energy crisis. And that is what we're here today.
Mr. Cassidy, briefly before I take it to this conversation to the ANC's NYT team, how costly is this alternative?
Well, if you take, for example, a solar plant, to build a 89 megawatt solar plant will cost you 12 billion rand. To build a 240 megawatt Hy-drome power plant will only cost 3.4 billion rand. So at a fraction of a cost, we can actually build these power plants. It will not only save the economy money, it will make the economy money, because we can generate energy for Africa. It's not a South African solution, it's an African solution. And we get restrained to give people cheap energy, to give them stable energy, and to give them renewable energy. Because our power plants are actually crashing at the moment. And it's no use actually building new coal-fired power stations or actually repairing them. Yes, we need to repair them right now, but in the meantime we can build Hy-drome power stations next to the ocean. They can generate renewable energy, hydroelectricity, into the grid, because we need to think of the entire mix. But Hy-drome energy is short, and this is the main energy source that will save this country from destruction.
Okay, Mr. Cassidy, thank you so much for your time. Talking there about an alternative solution to energy, Naledi, let me take this conversation to Joy Mainela, who is the ANC Youth League's National Youth Ties Team convener. Joy, thank you so much for your time. You heard what Mr. Cassidy had to say. As the ANC Youth League, are you in support of this alternative energy?
Look, there are different or various stakeholders that are coming forward with different solutions. I think it is important that as an organization we listen to them. You could derive a solution from one of these different stakeholders that are coming and saying we are proposing certain solutions. So we've not listened to the presentation, the comprehensive presentation, but we're agreeing that we need to create a platform where we listen to anyone who comes to us and say we think we have a solution, because this is a national crisis. It's a crisis that affects all of us. So we need to be finding solutions instead of doing what the DA is doing. Yes.
Joy, so you've come here outside as members of the ANC Youth League National Task Team. We do understand that members of the DA are around 20 minutes away. Can you assure us that there will be no violence as members of the Youth League are protecting Luthuli House?
We can assure you. We've engaged with the members of the ANC Youth League. Given the past experience that we once had here at Luthuli House, we were very clear with our members and we were saying to them that there shouldn't be any violence. By the way, we know that many members of the DA that actually march here, some of them are even rented by the party, so those are just ordinary citizens that have not done anything to us. So we said that there should be no one who is provoked or who is resorting to violence when the DA members come here and they pass by, because we are not going to allow them to address our leaders or to address the ANC. They must go address their own membership. We believe that actually if they were genuine, if they were not electioneering, they would be marching to ESCOM. Yes.
You're a young person. You know what young people go through in South Africa. How's this load shedding crisis impacted on them? And especially, those who are trying to create jobs for other unemployed youth.
This load shedding, it's a serious crisis. It's exactly what it is. It's a crisis. It has impacted on a creation of jobs, on small businesses that are run by young people that should be studying, that do not have money, that depend on the lights that ESCOM provides, were unable to study at times. So it has impacted immensely. I mean, you go to Home Affairs offices where when there is no electricity network can't work, young people are applying for IDs, they're applying for passports, they are affected. So it is a serious crisis. And of course, as we've said, and I was saying this earlier on, that we've made a call that the Minister of SOEs as well has not been helpful. He is not assisted, he has not shown leadership. And we've made a call as the ANC Youth League that he must be recalled. And we've said that a long time. Even the board of ESCOM, we've spoken about them, that they should be changed so that there is leadership in that institution. But we're also saying that we're not satisfied with what the board and the ESCOM management said 2 days ago, when they were saying that we are likely to face this load shedding problem for the coming 2 years. We are saying that there should be a solution that speaks to months, not years. So we are going to engage. The ANC is having a Lekgotla. We will be raising our issues very sharply there, that we want to listen to other various stakeholders who are having better solutions than what has been put on the table currently.
Joy, it's not the first time that you've called for for Minister Pravin Gordhan to actually vacate his office, but seemingly it seems that the leaders of the ANC or leadership or the former NEC is not listening to your call.
Yes, it's true. It's true that it's not the first time. Actually, we made this call, I think, 2 years ago, on June the 1st, and we will never tire. We are going to make noise until they listen to us, because the current deployee is a deployee of the ANC, but we are not satisfied with his leadership in this time of crisis. There is no assurance from him that indeed there is leadership in that institution. All the SOEs are concerning. So we're not going to tire from calling for him to be recalled. We believe that if he can't resign voluntarily, then the ANC must recall him, or the president must reshuffle him, and we will never tire from making that call.
Joy, thank you so much for your time. Of course, that was Joy in my email, and earlier on we spoke to Juan Cassidy, who says he's got alternative solutions for this energy crisis. And in the words of Joy in my email, she says that the ANC must recall Minister Pravin Gordhan, and if not, President Cyril Ramaphosa must reshuffle him. Now, lady, we're still situated here. We do understand that my colleague Sambiele Maseko is coming up with members of the DA, and of course, Baletle Mtetra is monitoring the roads and traffic for us. So I do implore our viewers to stay tuned to SABC News, Channel 404 for road and coverage on this event. But that said, it's back to you, studio.